Okay, we're
You
good.
want to cut it live now?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit the marker. Okay.
Live.
So this is Trey and I'm Tom and we're gonna do Noble stuff. But so we're in the midst of a middle conversation here, but I wanted to make sure that we're good. We have a starting point. So
Yeah, well, now I better check because now you got my brain befuddled to see if I did actually start it.
oh, that's okay. I just want to make sure I don't say anything inappropriate, because I usually do.
It started.
So,
I do too.
yeah. So it's but anyhow, and the other thing is, I wanted to get this out there because, we text each other periodically through the week, but this is the only time through this from 7 days from now that I'll get an opportunity to see you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's
we're
right.
both doing our thing. So at times, like I know we have our pre production ramblings, but it's because this is the first I've got to talk to you since the last time we sat on this stage.
That's right.
A lot of things have happened in the world.
Yeah.
And at times I'd like to discuss those.
Amen.
So one thing I do want to bring up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to keep them short because we got a lot of work to do here. But
no, it's cool.
So did you see the comment the one gentleman posted that he's tried all the pedals and they couldn't cut through the mix? I was kind of curious about that. So I haven't been in a band setting since like 2010 or so. It's been quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I was surprised.
That is surprising to me too, because I used it the other night. So we had a big gig outdoors at the Coleman Park, and I used the original Nobles through the Bartel.
Okay.
And it was crazy cutting. I mean, it cut through the mix like more than my Victory did.
My thought really.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe there's a two guitar band or something.
That could be too.
Where you're competing for those same frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend Ron brought up something interesting. So on the ODR-1X, it having the gain button that we played with a little bit, it really is a substantial level increase.
Mm-hmm.
And then he actually, I believe he texted me. He said, "Hey, I got it," but he said, "Man, that thing really cranks when you hit the gain."
Yeah, that's right.
And then I said, "Well, maybe it is meant for you have a high gain option or a low gain option, but it's not necessarily a channel option. But then why would it be foot switchable?" So I told him I'm going to work on it. If I can find a way to get a pot in there that controls the gain side, then it would be cool.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a level control. Although I do find it's a funny thing because like every time I play with gain channels, like on my Victories too,
yeah,
you think it's going to be too loud when you hear it standalone.
Right.
But what I have noticed is that you typically have to make it way louder than you think because of the compression.
Well, I think it depends on the setting, right?
It does,
I do agree with that. So, and then, the time that we did hit that, I didn't feel like it was abnormally like super loud when we didn't have a clipping issue or anything.
Yeah, we didn't, luckily. Yeah.
So it definitely is an increase, but I don't know. I'm going to look into that.
My guess is that they put it that frequency, or they put it that much louder so that that people taking a solo could take their solo. But it would be awfully nice to have a trim pot with a level control.
I think if you go this far, So I have an idea, and I'm going to run this by you, so people in the YouTube land hopefully get an idea what we're going to do. So our first go around has been on strictly these pedals, and then next we're going to do your Victory.
Yep.
But after that, I'd like to do some guitar stuff.
I would love to.
So I thought maybe we'll do pedals, amps, guitars, pedals, amps, guitars.
Perfect.
And just go through stuff. That way there's something coming up because there's a lot of neat stuff I have in the works, and it would be really cool. And I just thought, you know what, we've really concentrated on this, but you have other pedals you'd like to
I do.
showcase.
The metronome's going. I said,
I heard that, which is cool. I wonder where that was coming from.
I said it's going to click the whole video if I don't grab it.
Right. So I have the same way, some favorite pedals, that are tried and true, and I know you do as well. And they would be worth showing as well. So, but then we are guitar players, so we both have a considerable amount of guitars.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And then we both have a considerable amount of amps. So I thought if we have a pedals, guitars, or pedals, amps, guitars. So, and we'll just keep riding that wave.
Yeah.
Other than that, so why don't you tell us what we're going to do, man?
Yeah. So this is going to be tricky. So I brought the looper so that we can get a bead. And maybe what I should do quick, if we put this on the ground and let me just record a loop.
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead, man. So, or you want to just take the output cord out, and that will give you the freedom to do that.
Let me see real quick. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I might. If I put this over here and I can get it, can I get it on the ground right here?
Okay,
Yeah,
right on.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. So you want to turn the pedal on so that I can hear something with that overdrive quick.
Okay, sure.
And then I'll loop it with that just so I can hear what it'll sound
go
like.
ahead.
I gotta adjust this. We're in the works of this stuff.
Yeah, you want me? I can roll the amp volume down.
No, it's okay. I like it there. It sounds good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't turn it
It's
down.
throttling pretty loud, to be honest with you, but that's what amps are supposed to do.
Amps are supposed to be loud, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's number 2. There we go. We could probably turn the verb down here. So let's get a good loop here.
Okay.
So here we go. So what we'll do is we'll just swap them all out now and let's see how each one sounds.
So yeah, you're good on that.
Yeah. So let's unplug this here.
Yeah, you're right.
We got a bunch of them. You want to try the Nordland first?
I do. Yeah, no worries. Actually, I could just pull the cord out.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I don't tell you on that. I mean, that's.
How do you feel about it?
It sounds like the other one.
I know, this is so tricky. Now this is what's hard. So the Nordland guys,
right?
That was the original maker.
Okay.
So he supposedly made the original Holy Grail Nobels that everybody talks about from the 90s. And that's the story. Now, I don't know for sure, you know.
Yeah, pull it here.
You know how these myths and legends go. That's what the website says, right? So that's the Nordland.
That one's, yeah, it sounds just like the other one.
Right? It sounds really close, right?
I would not be able to tell the difference
between these two.
I can't tell the difference sitting here right now.
I know. That's
what do you do?
Let's try that one. So that's another 90s. So the first one we did was the original OG 90s. You know, it's like $2,000. It's expensive. And that just shows you right there, everyone. that there's options, right?
Yeah. Okay. So what's the value of this pedal?
Probably about $200 too. So similar to what the ODR-1X
Is this a new pedal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this isn't like this whatever pre.
They're making them right now.
And you're saying this is the same guy that made that? Yeah.
And it sounds like it, right?
Yeah, it sounds exactly well to
It's
me.
kind of. I mean, it sounds darn. You will be able to tell back on the recordings if there's any differences. But I think it's darn close and giggable too.
That's definitely indistinguishable to me. I can't really. I thought, it sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So you know what? It's a testament to those two pedals right there. So this is the high dollar. This is it's still expensive. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely in the range of affordability.
Yep.
So and it has definitely. I left it or kind of put it then as it was rolling to Rick's settings.
Yeah.
But it's
darn close.
It does what it does.
And they make a bunch of variants of this too. So they make this one. They make They make like 10 different variants in different price ranges.
Really?
So you can get one, and that's just like Nobels does, right? Like this mini is darn close too, and you're found out they're $79. I mean,
yeah, I saw that on
$79, right? Yeah. Like that's cheap, you know.
It is.
And Wampler Bell's pretty close too. Wampler does a good job. He's it's
definitely a pedal guru guy there too. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the rehoused one, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, no, this one has more gain for whatever reason. That's again.
Okay, well then we'll just kind of give the nod and roll the gain back as it's playing.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a hard time because I'm impressed with everyone so far.
Yeah, the differences are
minute.
Yeah, and really,
and never would notice it on stage.
That's what I was thinking. You know what? And if you didn't hear these back to back, you would never know.
Yep.
So you know what? If you have 1, 2, or 3, congratulations. You have pedals that sound pretty freaking killer.
That's right.
So we're just going to line them up as we go through.
That's perfect.
Yeah, they look so cool, right? They're Sublime Mopar 1970 high impact color green. So yeah, it's pretty stuff.
It is pretty stuff, isn't it?
So this was going to be this was going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So this is the ODR-1X, and I'm curious.
Now let me get this in here too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. They all sound great. That's what's so tricky. I think these have the thing I hear out of the original one is again the bass frequency. That's the only part that when my ear picks up.
Right.
And again, I don't think I would notice it after a bit of playing.
Right.
But on everyone that's not the original one, I hear a fuzziness in the bass. Now I'm talking about like I have to strain to hear this.
That's all right.
You know, this is like minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I could see like if somebody like I had a discussion with a friend of mine, and he was talking about how the low gain is why partly it's tricky to replicate the original one.
Well, I could tell that this one had a little more gain to it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I rolled it back, and it seemed more brighter to me with my uneducated ear. So I rolled a little bit of that back.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the right direction, but either way, it still, you know, it still stands toe to toe. It's
it definitely stands toe to toe.
And You know, I know I keep hammering this point, but I really think if you have any of these, you don't have to chase another one.
Exactly.
That's
cool
a
big one.
And it isn't like you're missing out. If you have any of these pedals, you're not missing anything, you know.
And I'm thankful that I own an original one, and they're cool. Like, again, we always talk about that. It's like owning an old Strat.
That's it, man.
There's a novelty that, you know, there's something in our gut that it just feels good to have it, right? But
sure.
If I had never known anything about this, and I always try to think about this, and somebody brought in a box of these green boxes, I don't know that I would have been like, I have to have this one or that one.
Right.
You know, I might have went through them and said, oh, that's kind of cool for vintagey stuff, like because it has that squish in the bass.
Right.
And I probably would have most likely, you know, I hate to be honest about this, I probably would have picked the X because of the gain boost, because I need to gig it and I need to have some kind of function to get to a solo boost.
Yeah. If you didn't have a boost pedal, then you know, it's pretty much built in. You know, you brought up something about Strats. So you have an old one, I have an old one. But the interesting part is I just seen this Fender Lux Vintage or whatever.
I'm excited about it.
I thought, Mr. Brenner, when's one showing up? I got to see
I got to see it.
Because every feature about it, I called Tim yesterday and was telling him, look, dude, because he has Strats, he wants to sell them all. You know, he just hasn't found the one he fell in love with yet.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm trying to get rid of Strats. I said, you have to check this out.
Yeah.
Because I love that it has the vintage look, the vintage feel, the clay dots, but it has stainless steel frets. It has the 2-point tremolo.
I know it.
It has the recessed neck relief in the back. And it's funny because I have one of those neck plates from back in the 80s. So it's like they've had this. They just finally need to put it all together.
Yeah.
But I like the vintage look and vibe, but I like the modern features, you know. So it's really like the vintage modern. Like
it's exactly what it is. It's all the things that I felt like. I mean, that's why I play Sir so much, right? Because Sir makes that right now.
Right.
And so my Strat is basically that from Sir. It's a nitro body.
Right.
It's got all the amenities that you want of a vintage guitar, but stainless frets
playability, right?
And modern playability, and so it's cool that they're getting with the times.
Yeah, I thought, hey, you know what? Good for them.
Yep.
Because they should be making something like that, and I was glad to see that. And the color, I absolutely loved. It was like the bluish, silvery gray. I have a name for it, but anyhow, I just thought that's killer.
And they got Fiesta Red too, man. That's going to be hard for me to pass up.
Oh, really?
I want the Fiesta Red. I can't help it. There's that color for me. It's something about it because I think because I grew up playing a seafoam green guitar so much, and they have seafoam green too.
Okay.
So they got a bunch of cool colors.
Yeah.
They're doing. And I have to say, it's like, you know, this is tricky. People are always complaining, I think, and we all do it, don't get me wrong, but that, you know, oh, we had these great instruments back in the day and things aren't as good as they were. But guitars play better than they ever have.
Yeah. And
physically.
Yeah. The other part that's true to that is look what you can afford to play nowadays.
I know.
Those days were non-existent when I was a kid. You played plywood or you spent high dollar. There was nothing in between. You know, now there's incredible guitars in between. And with that being said, I want to make this point. So this pedal's 30 years old. This one's right up there. What's this going to sound like?
That's what I wonder too.
So it's like, you know what? Give it its time.
Yeah, exactly. And they're already sounding great right today. So so you got to wonder, you know, it's there's so much stuff there. I know there's a lot of variables, but gear is a rabbit hole, and sometimes we get upset that things weren't like yesteryear. But I have to say, like, this Deluxe sounds amazing. It doesn't sound bad.
No.
So, you know, maybe the Blackface sounds better, but this sounds darn good.
And it is once, you know. So, and that goes back to if you made it once, you should be able to make it again. No exceptions. And luckily with these, they did. And I'm going to hit another point. I know this is way off what we're doing, but, you know, this is a circuit board amp. And I've expressed to people there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not an anti-circuit board guy because reason being is, it's consistent.
It is consistent.
So that's why they went that way. For one, you had to, and it's through hole, I'm sure. And there's still things in there that are actually wired. It isn't like the whole thing's just printed out and you stick it in and hook a bunch of connectors up. But there is something to be said for the boards and the tube amps because it's not necessarily up to who routed the wires.
Yeah.
So, and that's, if you have wires routed wrong, you can introduce hum that you don't want.
Yep.
And you're like, why is my amp so noisy? Well, depends who put it together.
It could actually really help if you think about that because, if you have a bunch of employees and I guess Fender probably has a bunch of guitar players and stuff that are working there, but if they weren't, and they didn't know anything about guitar, right? You obviously would want to make something that anyone could put together.
It's an assembly process, right? So you're right. But the cool part is these are repairable. Put it this way, I would not spend, if I wanted a Reverb Deluxe, I would not go chase a 65 or pre-67 on back black bass. I would just buy this.
Yep. I have students that are buying it, and every time I listen to them live play it, I'm blown away how good it sounds.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's a couple little incidental things that can really bulletproof these, but all in all, you know what? It's just use it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. And I love that they keep the aesthetics of the day.
I do love the look of it.
Yeah.
There's something in my heart that's like, I think because I grew up lusting after Stevie Ray Vaughan's tones and stuff, and I found rock kind of late because my dad kind of showed me to oldies music and then blues, and so a lot of people were playing Fenders that were blues guys.
Right.
And so the look of them and the smell of them when I see an old one.
Oh yeah, there's something to it.
There's a nostalgia that I just can't help,
So, and there's another thing I'm going to, golly, we're still off the track. That's okay.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
Out there, that 71 Super Reverb, I still can't believe that's here.
I know it.
And here's what the folks need to understand. If you really want a vintage hand-wired amp, get a Super Reverb and then get a 112 cabinet, and you're going to have the best Reverb Deluxe or Deluxe Reverb you're going to get. They have a super transformer in them. You got 40 watts instead of 22.
I should do that.
You should do that. Every time I come in, I think about just buying it because the price is cheap.
It's super cheap,
and you're not going to get a deluxe for that price.
Well, that's the thing.
But you can actually spend a few bucks and get a 112 cabinet that it'll go in. It's 4 screws and you're done.
Well, I actually wanted to talk to you about doing this because I really want to take. I've been thinking about building a head shell for my other blackface amps.
Yeah.
So I don't have to lug the cab with them.
Right.
And what a difference even just that makes.
Yeah, sure.
Just putting in a little head shell and then having 2 things to carry, even though they're a little lighter each.
Well, that's a point with that amp as well. Is that could easily fit in the only difference is, I'll get into this, that would fit in like a Bandmaster head case. But the thing is, it has reverb, and they always want the reverb tanks separated. So if you see like a Tremolux or whatever all these Fender amps are that are in a head case that have reverb, you'll see the amp head is pretty spaced far apart.
They are,
because of the reverb tank.
Or they separate them, I've seen too.
Well, that's probably, you know what? Yeah, I don't want a head that's this thick, so I would probably make 2 cabinets and patch it in. But either way, the 112 version of that would be killer, and I'm surprised nobody's bought it yet.
I know, and it looks so cool,
So anyhow, we're going to go back to the pedals, but we might get back to talking about these amps, and if you want a good deal, it's a good deal.
Yeah, that's right. So which one you got? You got the Mini, right?
Right, and then you'll have to explain the difference between the Mini Nobles and the Mini Nobles XTX or something like that.
So as far as I know, I think they just do some sculpting to the bass.
Okay.
My friend sent me a little description, and he said something to do with the bass, which is funny because I keep talking about the bass, right?
Right.
That is what it is. And when you hear this, I think you're going to realize, like, it's really close, if I remember.
Okay. And then when we get through this, maybe we'll pair it back up with one of the originals.
That'll be good. You ready?
Yeah, man. Hit fire in the hole.
I mean, come on. That sounds great. For 79 bucks,
That's
49
This
used.
is one of the $79 ones. New. Wow.
Like, wow, right? That's impressive. Right. Let's hear if we can hear a difference.
So listen to this. If for those that want a boost for that money, you can just get 2 of these.
Well, you know what's funny is, so I was at the gig and through sound check, I forgot to put it back on the Victory. And I played my first song with the Nobels cranked through that bar towel. And I was surprised it had enough gain to do it, but I was hitting it with humbuckers,
Right.
But my drummer leaned over, he goes, "That's hot, man." I was like, whoops, wrong amplifier. It did sound great though, but it was a little cleaner than normal,
Okay.
It's Nobels,
Right.
But it's surprising how good they sound. It is just a great sound. I mean, $49 used.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for. Sometimes $40.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's less than it takes to fill my 4Runner.
Yeah, sure, right. It's cheaper than a tank of gas. Yeah.
Some of the greatest tones.
And you get to use it a lot longer than that tank of gas, at least if you're me, because I go through fuel.
Yeah, I do too.
You travel quite a ways.
Yep.
Well, this is the XTS version. So
let's hear it.
That daggone thing. Escaping.
I do hear a difference in this one.
I do too.
Right?
Clearly, yeah.
Right? There is something good about this one.
We'll leave that to just roll, and as long as you have that out.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. That's a better way. That one's got some balls.
Hold that thought. Let's go back to the set. How much is this one then?
I don't know. I didn't look up the prices to the XTS.
But they're still available. You can get them.
Yep.
Let me get all.
Plus, if you already own that one, you can send it to XTS and they'll do it.
Wow. So yeah, I do hear that difference.
Right? There's something in that one. I don't know what it is, but it definitely has a little more oomph.
The original one does.
Oh, what'd you say?
This is the Nobels one.
Oh, it is?
Yes. This was I switched it out because I wanted to hear the difference. So I can hear this one is a little brighter. Maybe that's.
It is a little brighter, right? And it has a little more drive, it sounds like, maybe. Does it have more drive? What am I hearing there?
Go and plug her back in. Let's do it again. Okay. We'll do this as quick as I can because our hearing memory is short. Like a NASCAR pit stop here.
Is that original one?
No, this is the XTS.
That's the XTS. So it actually has less gain, maybe. Is it less gain?
Yeah, well, it could be, but I just know it seems to me brighter.
Yeah.
It seems to me brighter.
Maybe that's what I'm hearing. I mean, I hear something, right?
Yeah.
I definitely hear something.
I hear the bass difference, I should say. So, interesting. So I'm going to keep this one close because we're going to do that with
the original one.
Yeah. Just to, see what's happening here. So next, let's go with Mr. Brian Wampler.
Yeah, that guy seems like a cool dude.
You know what he does? I'd hope to meet him one day because I do appreciate what he shares on the internet. I think it's fantastic.
I think it's real. And I think he's just a dude like we are.
Yeah.
And living life and playing music and loving guitar. I don't think he expected to be this.
No.
Become one of the greatest pedal designers of all time.
And I like JHS Josh. I like him a lot too. I mean, these guys. Well, anybody that's passionate about what they do, I'm in. It doesn't matter if you're making pedals or if you're hammering out fenders for something. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you're passionate about what you do, and I believe you, I really like it. So those two guys, I really like. There's a bunch of guys like that. Thankfully,
Yep.
the craftsmanship
Thankfully.
in the music industry is pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I think we're all pushing each other to get better all the time, which is great.
Well,
You know?
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So interesting enough, that's why I'm excited about doing some other pedal stuff, because there's one that's absolutely my favorite.
Yeah,
And not that these aren't great, and these may work really well in conjunction with my one favorite pedal, and so I'm anxious when we get there, because this guy's the same way.
Yeah.
He is a Brian Wampler, and he is a Josh, and of his own right.
Yeah.
And he's legit, and he does things that, because he can, that to me the quality is really crazy. So anyhow, enough about that. These are all good quality pedals. The only knob I'm unsure of is this one, but I have everything at noon.
Very cool. But I did want to say something. So Pedals to the Metal is who sent me these.
Pedals to the Metal. That's pretty cool. I've
cool?
driven like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, it is, right? So they sent me, he's been awesome, in fact. He has been such a cool guy to me, and he sent me, he's the one that got me in touch with these too, with the original 90s Nobels.
Well, man, they're pretty awesome. Geez, man, Pedals to the Metal.
Yep, and they have taken good care of me, and found all these Holy Grail pedals. He also found me a TS-808 and 2 original 90s Nobels. And now these little minis. He sent these just as a favor, so we could shoot them.
Really? Well, thank you very much. Pedals to the Metals. That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, man. I got to check these guys out. I got to look them up.
He was really cool to us. And so he's been trying to help. I've been talking to him back and forth as I've been doing all this stuff. And he didn't expect to do pedals either. Like I think he was, he had a full-time job, and next thing he knows, he's selling pedals all the time, and he loves music,
Right.
So it's just funny how life is.
So he scours and finds pedals, and then gives them one to the next person.
Yep.
No kidding.
And he has one of the coolest little things, because what he does is, if you have gear, say you have unused gear in your house, anything,
right,
you can send it to him, and he will put it towards the credit of whatever you want.
Okay.
So and he gives you a pretty fair price.
So it's a good exchange policy then. That's pretty awesome. That's the first I've heard of something like that.
Exactly. And that way, people who are, you might have a couple guitars laying around or something you're not using at all.
You're not using, right. Yeah.
And then you lust after this or something. You just can't quite afford it, but you might have those 2 guitars.
No kidding.
You know what I mean?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he's trying to help. His goal is to try to help people have things that are kind of unattainium.
At times, yeah.
But give them ways around, whereas they might get doused at a guitar center.
That's the first I've ever heard of that. That is really cool. I mean, in the music industry, to have something like that, that's really cool.
It's kind of like Redbox for pedals.
That's what I was thinking. It's pretty cool.
It's a pretty neat idea.
Well, man, that's awesome. Well, Pedals to the Metal.
That's it.
Well, Pedals to the Metal, I can't thank you enough, and I really support what you do, because that's an incredible business model.
It is, right?
It's cool, man.
It's a good idea for sure.
Well, there's a need for it. So
that's it. Cool. Well, we're all addicted to gear, and so it's a tricky thing sometimes to afford it all, and gives us some options.
Yeah,
I've been lucky for the Guitar Spot. They've done things like that for me too, and I don't know where I would be without all these guys helping me. So I'm very grateful.
That's incredible. We'll get back to that when we get through to these, because I'm really interested in what pedals they got you, or did they get all of these?
Well, in a nutshell, they did actually, except
the one I bought.
This one and the one you bought.
That's Rick's, and this one is one I bought.
This one was mine already.
Yeah.
But all the originals.
Yeah. No kidding.
They made
How cool
possible.
Was that?
Yeah, and really, the crazy thing, he was so cool. I had just started talking to him, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm going to be down here. If you meet me down here, I'll just let you take him and drive."
Where's he out of?
Well, he's in New York, but he was down doing a wedding or something down near Jersey somewhere. It was like an hour for me.
Right.
It would have been 3 hours to go to New York,
Right, sure.
And he brought
if it stops there, yeah.
Right, and he brought all those pedals down and just met me in a parking lot and let me take them.
That's pretty incredible.
That's a lot of trust he had. Now we had talked a little bit, and I think he knew I wasn't going to just run off with him. But
Yeah.
But really nice of him to do that.
That is really cool, man.
You know?
And that's what it's all about, man. It's about musicians helping musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really my whole philosophy as well, man. I love meeting guitar players, and I love being like part of, my thing. And I send it a lot in emails that I thank you for letting me be part of your Tone Quest.
Yeah.
You know, because it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're jammed up, man. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, here we go. Definitely brighter right away.
It is. It's running more of that. That's the XTS.
Yep, it sounds more like that. And who knows which one he pulled off of.
Right.
Is there a treble control in there?
There probably is.
Here, let me see quick.
Yeah. Well, I was going to get out my old man glasses here and take a look. I need my readers to see.
It's hard to see, huh? There's only color and something.
Okay, we have overdrive, we have color, we have bass and level. Okay, so the bass was spooled up. Okay, let's try that again.
Well, you know what? Is it bass cut though?
Well, let's find out.
Yeah. So my guess, and this is only a guess, I'm gonna have to read the manual to see.
Right.
A lot of these Nobels people, they usually do the opposite. They do a bass cut.
Okay.
So my guess is that all the way up is probably more like the original Nobels.
Okay.
You know,
bass,
and
right.
then it becomes a cut as you go down, right? But a lot of those guys, you know, that starting spot is with it completely how the original one
was,
is, you know.
right.
But we'll see, you know. That's my guess.
Yeah, and that sounds really good there. So I wonder if this is like the bass cut switch, but on a potentiometer.
Yep, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he was just like wanted a little more flexibility, you know.
Yeah, right on. Well, when Brian sees us, he can tell us all about it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, killer.
And we got that last one to throw in the mix.
That's actually, you know what I mean. How much is this thing?
This one?
No, this one here.
That one's like $100 too, I think.
Really?
It's pretty affordable. I mean, that sounded great.
Is this?
And now this is the most expensive clone we have.
Yeah.
But it's
there's a reason for that.
It is pretty fancy.
You know what? Yeah, man.
I love the quality.
That's where I have no problem spending money on quality.
I don't
and
either.
Nobody should, because quality means longevity, and they do things because they care.
And it's sharp looking, you know?
Yeah.
It is. It's actually down by that jack.
I was looking. I was like, where the hell's it at?
Is that where it is?
I don't know. We got two.
Oh, it's on this side. Yep.
Okay.
Right there.
Jeez, even Ray Charles should be able to see that, man. Okay, but I missed it.
No, that's okay.
I didn't have my granny glasses on. All right.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Fire in the hole.
I will say it's got some balls to it.
Yeah, a little louder, right?
Yeah. It's got some growl, don't it?
Yeah, it's a beast. How'd we do over there? Is there anything left of that?
Yeah, it's working right.
There's no smoke, right?
What'd you say?
No smoke coming out.
No smoke.
Okay,
yeah, it looks
good.
right. It looks
we're
right.
Good. Okay. Well, I brought down the volume level.
That sounds great.
Yeah, this has built-in nitrous oxide.
It does have that.
Yeah, man, because all at noon, this thing is the way we've heard it. So I have it turned back on two knobs, 1/4 turn to get us close as within a reasonable amount of time to the sounds that we were getting from the other pedals straight up.
And it sounds great there, you know?
Oh, it sure does. And you know what? So that tells me how much more this has left in it.
Yeah, exactly.
It has a lot left in the tank.
Well, and it's on the, so there's 2 potentiometers on the back there.
I've seen that.
And it's on the lowest gain setting.
Wow.
So there's a whole spool of gain still left in it, which is, and a bass control in the back. So that's a lot of control.
That is a lot of control.
Well, and a little history on Shanks. So Shanks is a major LA session guitar player.
Gotcha.
And so he sent all the famous session guys this pedal, supposedly. I think Shanks gave Tim Pierce one, and he might have given even Tom Bukovac or one of those guys one too. Like, no, Tom found it in the store. There's a few guys, though, that Shanks gave it to. That's why his name's on it.
Right.
And that it was revolutionary for, you know, they recorded hit record after hit record. Dan Huff, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And so they created that pedal to kind of fix all the things they thought could have been fixed on this and go to 11, you know.
Right. Yeah,
goose.
pretty much, yeah.
Right?
Wow. That's a mind blower.
It is, right? Very good.
Okay, so now, let me tell you what we did here. So I put the original one back on, and then we're going to go against this one.
Yep. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's. They all, like I said, we've said this many times, that they all sound great. So I'm just curious how this one will compare to the original. Fire in the hole.
That's it. I do hear something in that. I don't know what it is that I hear, but I hear something, you know?
Yeah, so I'm hoping we can find it. Yeah, let's hit it.
Yeah, here we go. So the rock in me would probably prefer that pedal, honestly.
Yeah, so listen, I want to try to dial it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to see.
And side note, this is the pedal that fooled Tom too.
Yeah, so now that we have this fresh, I want to switch it out as fast as I can.
Yeah, so this one fooled Tom, supposedly, like he couldn't tell the difference between the original and this one, which is funny, you know? This has a little squishier feeling.
There's like a boxiness, so to say, to it. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I can hear it, but it's but no way would I be able to tell. And for $40 used.
Yeah.
So we got to remember, those are 40-something bucks.
Yeah, and these used actually, you know, these are 4-digit pedals.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-digit pedal.
It's crazy.
So, yeah. No, I just wanted to hear how close. This does have like a boxiness, so to say.
Yeah.
But, you know what? It's cool. It's actually super cool. That
it makes me so happy that they're all so close.
That part, I agree. Because, I mean, if it was like so far out, there was like, oh my God, there's nothing that touches it. Then it'd be a huge disappointment because you, like you said, unobtainium, you know.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
It does. It's a hard feeling, you know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the other thing I was really impressed with when I go back and listen to those clips of your Blues Breaker.
Yeah.
Just how shocked I was that those tones could be made from a brand new amp.
Yeah.
That's astonishing.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that that's possible. I mean, some do maybe.
Right.
People always, you know, they talk about, and that's how I felt about that too that day. I just thought, like, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it's not unobtainium, because some things are just so, you know, like the Strat. There is a magic to that.
Well, yeah.
And
right.
that's
So some of
unobtainium.
the, you know, some of the vintage stuff, I do agree there's something to it, and but is it worth the price difference? It's up to the individual.
Yeah.
But I've always said your wallet can be your best friend or your limitation.
That's it.
And that's in everything. That's not just music stuff. That's in everything. So,
You're right. You're right.
But it gives you a goal. But really, after this, I this wouldn't. I think it's awesome, but I feel no need to go get one.
Exactly, right?
That's the good part.
Yeah, and it also makes me feel good. Yes, I love the sound of it, and I own it, but it's the great thing is I can have all my other boards could have one of these minis on it.
Yeah, sure.
And get me in the wheelhouse.
Get you where you need to be, sure.
Because that's sometimes the tricky thing for me is I have like about 3 boards that I run. I have one for each style of music we do, and so the rock board, typically I'm not going to put these pedals on. I want them on there, but I can't have 3 $2,000 pedals.
Right.
So now I can just throw a mini on it, and now I got a great boost / lead boost thing that I can put on that, to me, sounds a little better than, say, a tube screamer, fattens it up. I was actually surprised. The really thing that blew my mind at the gig is it sounded good no matter where I put it. Like, I even stacked it over the Victory Drive channel, and I thought, well, this probably won't work. It's just it'll get muddy. Nope, sounded amazing.
The tube screamer.
No, this.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah, right.
I said, now what the heck? Like, no pedal sounds good on that, typically. Like, which is kind of weird. It's when I'm on the heavier gain channel of the Victory, typically guys will run a tube screamer to tighten the bass and put more mid-range in.
All right.
But a lot of times I don't like it.
Yeah.
But that sounded great. It didn't get in the way, which was really weird, but a great surprise.
So this is supposed to be, I'm just paraphrasing the best I can. This is supposed to be a transparent overdrive.
That's right.
I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. So it's not necessarily meant to color your amp. It's just meant to push it, or give it that push sound. So
yeah.
I think that way that's exactly what it does.
I think so too. When I hear it, a lot of times when I push a pedal down, and this is something that actually really bugs me about pedals, why I don't use them.
Right.
Is that I'll get this killer sound with the amp clean. And then when I go to hit the pedal, all that low end push from the amp is gone. It just leaves.
Right.
And I'm like, now I can't have that because that's the best part of the amp.
We spoke about this before, and this has opened my eyes a little bit. Mm-hmm. You spend a lot of money for a high dollar amp. It's hard to believe that a $40 pedal is going to complement it on the used market. But either way, a $79 or $150, you'd be hard pressed to think that's going to complement my amp that's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
I never would have thought that.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting.
It's a great surprise to me, that's for sure.
Good stuff, but other than that, brother,
they all sound good. That's the bottom line, right?
That's it.
Yeah. So what I could do, we'll put the looper on. I can play a little bit over the track.
Right.
Let's see how that sounds quick.
That's it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
It does sound cool.
Plug that one in. Let me just hit it with that one time.
Right on.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Actually, yeah, it sounds real good.
Right.
I'm hoping that comes through. It sounds really good. Okay, I'm gonna put the man. I'm gonna give you a little more game. We'll keep the
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, man. No, it sounds awesome. Yeah, right on.
It puts a smile on your face, and that's all that really matters.
That's what it's all about. That's a killer. That is a killer. That sounds really, really good over top of the other ones.
Right?
Yeah.
Hard
good stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah. I want to hear it. Can I play that thing?
It's an open G.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try one for so long.
Yeah, it has that push button thing. It's cool. It's a killer.
Yeah. Yeah, so the little bigger body, right?
Just slightly. It's, to me, it's not really noticeable. I just like the...
oh, yeah, it's not really.
Yeah.
Be a good slide thing, right?
And it has that button in between the knobs.
The neck feels cool.
Yeah, so they're Carina body and they're roasted maple necks, and I just really like it.
Yeah.
But that little push button thing there, that takes it from, if it's out, it'll be a more milder sound, and then when it's in, it's more aggressive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It has a really good sound.
Yeah, I've been wanting one.
Well, you should get one because that's like, I don't know. I just like it. It's my telly.
They made a Strat this year too. Did you see
I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I have a good Strat, but
any hand signs them all, huh?
I didn't have a good telly, and I thought, you know what? I like the concept. I like that it's built kind of like a Firebird, where it has the raised center section, and they did that to compensate for the weight from it being slightly larger. It's just cool. I mean, to me, that was the thought, to make the wings, they're a little thinner.
I love the look of it. Yeah, and I like their headstock, actually. They're one of the few headstocks I dig.
Yeah, so I think it has locking tuners and all that stuff. I mean, it's just how it comes. And if you look at the string tree as well, you'll see that you can put that over 2 or 3. You can actually push that. Yeah.
Wow.
So
you can push that over?
You can push that over. I haven't. I just keep going to 2, but you can.
Wow.
There may be an instance where you have a G jumping out. I haven't had that issue, but I just like it. I think they did a great job.
Well, I used to be a big Reverend player, actually, when I first started playing guitar. Tommy Gunn, one of my teachers, shout out to him.
Really?
He liked Reverend a lot, and he's a Fender guy, really, right?
Right.
But when I would want guitars to try out, that was a good sub-level brand at the time. They were making affordable Strats and Tellys and different models that were different shapes, you know. And hey, buddy, how you doing?
No, you're welcome to join in, man. It's all good.
It's all good. What goodies you got up there? I see you got a bunch of goodies in your hand. Yeah.
And I got an E41 for sale. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Here I have a resonator guitar that I was
Very cool. Very cool.
That's awesome. With the glare, I didn't know who it was, but now I know it's Chad. I can recognize the voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, bud. That was Chad, the owner of the Guitar Spot, this beautiful establishment.
Yeah, who tolerates us utilizing the back half of this stage area.
That's right.
So keeps my neighbors happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's for sure, you know. But yeah, these are beautiful. And so these were affordable price guitars then, and they were so good feeling. I remember.
Yeah.
I was like in shock by it. In fact, I thought many times about calling them to do like a endorsement thing, because I was just so impressed for the price point. I was like, I can't believe those guitars play that good, because they were like way ahead of the game on the necks.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, their necks felt like
no kidding,
really good for the money. Like, you know how some guitars have that flat, that, you know, it's like a flat finish satin neck.
Yep.
And they were like one of the first guys were doing, I don't know if they were actually the first. I just remember at the time at that price point.
Right.
Nobody else had that option.
Okay.
You know? And I think they were like in the $500 price range. And compared to a Mexican Strat at the time, it smoked it. It wasn't even close, you know?
We even like having the roasted maple neck. I really like that. I like the feel of that. I just like it.
Well, it's just so good feeling in your hands. It's just, and it sounds great too. You know, I'm definitely probably going to get one.
And it's, you're without pedal. That's and that.
I mean, like, come on, what more do you need?
Yeah.
Right? That switch, you know, to get. That sounds great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It does. Sounds really good.
Nice
that's why, that's it right there.
There's that Greg Koch thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, very cool, bud.
It is, man. Let me see that thing.
Yeah.
Actually, you made it make noise it's never made before. How'd you do that? All that stuff there. It does, man.
That's awesome. And that's not even with the pedal on.
No, that's just the
thing
guitar.
sounds
And
great.
it wasn't turned all the way up. I didn't realize it was down yet.
Wow.
I know it's rock and roll.
That sounds so good.
No, it's a good guitar.
Oh,
I really like it, and I didn't realize there was all that dust on there. That's my fault because I keep it out. I play it.
yeah, that's what you should do with guitars.
Yeah, and
That sounds great.
It does. So I'm glad you like it because I was, you play that guitar, which is a great guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, I don't know if this is going to be in your liking.
No, I like it enough that I would get one for sure. Especially that button. That's like a lead boost right built in.
It is, and it's supposed to be a thing, as in white guard, black
That's
guard.
what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I wasn't sure.
It's interesting because Chad had this setup here, as in
He had the pickup set up. Interesting.
years ago, and I knew nothing about it. And that's pretty much I have the volume scroll down so when they blast each other, but
It
I really
sounds
like
great,
that.
though.
Yeah, I think it does good for what it is. And when they said, I think it's like 300 hours you can get out of the battery or something.
Wow.
So it has a little charging port. You just plug it in. So you don't have to take nothing out. You don't have to change a battery or nothing.
Oh, I got to get one of those for my. I have a couple tellies I would love to put that in, but I might just get one of those guitars because it sounds so good.
Well, yeah. They're kind of hard to beat for the money.
How much are those?
I'm not really sure. I bought it off of Reverb used, and but it's like the mint or excellent. I try to stay in that category. So I actually didn't pay a whole lot for it, and for what I paid, I felt really good about it because it's a lot of guitar for the money.
Plays great, sounds great.
And it came with the hard case, and stuff.
Wow.
So this is interesting too. 6 bolts rather than the 4.
More stable, right?
Yeah, that was an Eddie thing too.
Did he do that?
I believe it was Ed Roman who put 2 under his plate. Yeah, so he'd have 6 back in the day. Yeah, it's back in the day.
Clever.
Cool stuff,
Yeah.
So it was cool that they did that right out of the gate, So they tried to make something that was
different,
a good guitar.
Well, and something would put up with the road abuse,
And I think that I'm sure Greg had a lot to do.
Oh, guaranteed.
What it's going to sound like, what the deal is. And I was looking at him. I know we're getting way off topic here, but I was looking at him. He talked about the pickups, and he was trying to describe how they were made, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, what is he actually saying here? So
it
turned out pretty good. It's either way. So I really like the guitar. I'm really glad that you like the guitar.
I really like it. Yeah. So, I really want to play it more. I want to put it in standard tuning and try it more.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not used to the open tunings, but it sounds so good, So.
Well, I used to keep it an open G or open E. And actually, last night I put it in G. I haven't played the Rolling Stones stuff in a long time, but Aerosmith did some open E stuff, and that's why I really like it there. And then like Train, Blackfoot.
Yeah.
This pulls it off killer.
Oh, that's so great.
And then so that's open E.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a whole bunch of them, man. You can just go from there.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of stuff. I was messing around with it in open E, and then Show Me How to Live is drop D, but it plays really easy in open E.
Yeah,
which was cool,
Oh, that's great, man.
So anyhow, enough about that, brother. It's all good.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Another one in the bag, bro.
Another one in the bag.
Yeah.
This is the Tom and Trey Show. Thank you so much for coming and listening and tuning in. Sundays at 10:30 is when we do it. And this was the Nobels exclusive challenge, but we're on to the victory next week.
The victory is next. Yeah, this wraps up everything Nobels.
Yep. Good
all
stuff.
right, man.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, bro. You know it.
Have a good day.
You know it.